So you want to design merch? Well, you're in luck. My name is Elizabeth and I'm not a designer. But today I'll make my own merch line and show you how you can do it too. We'll also talk about the best ways to promote your merch, so stay tuned for that. This is actually part 2 of my beginner-friendly merch series, and in part 1, we covered everything you need to set up an online merch store and saw how you can do it for free. If you missed that one, make sure to watch it next. But now, let's get to designing. The first thought you might have is, what do I even put on my merch? Raise your hand if you've been personally victimized by creative block. But there's a way to make this a little more straightforward. Here are 4 things you should consider. First and foremost, know your audience. Think about what your community or followers love and associate with you. Is it a catchphrase you always use, a memorable moment, or a specific cause? If you're a band, use lyrics from your most popular song. If you're a cat shelter, use a cat. Keep your designs simple, or at least readable. Even if you want a maximalist aesthetic, you shouldn't try to fit 6 distinct elements on a single t-shirt. Your design needs to be easy to understand in a fraction of a second. Pick 1 or 2 main elements and stick to them. If it's really hard to choose, create a mini collection and spread out your ideas across different products. Think about color. This might seem like common sense, but colors play a huge role in building associations and memories. Choose colors that match your brand and consider the color of the merch item itself. A dark design on a dark shirt won't pop, so make sure there's enough contrast. Consider merch types. Think of it as the canvas you'll be using. Printful and other platforms offer everything from pet bowls to blankets. Your idea might look great on a coaster, but you may need a slightly different approach for a patterned jacket. In part 1, I created this imaginary store called Elizzy. For the sake of simplicity, I'll design 2 pieces for my merch line, a t-shirt and a hat. Let's go with this green shirt and corduroy hat I found in Printful's catalog. For my merch designs, I definitely want to include the same coffee cup I used in my logo because my whole thing is based on talking to you guys, so it feels like grabbing a coffee with a friend. Another option would be using my usual video sign-off. In the meantime, happy selling. Now, the next step is putting pen to paper, or mouse to screen, I guess. But which tool do I start with? There are actually tons of free design tools I could use, and I have linked a list of great options below. For my designs, I'll try 2 different tools, Canva and Printful's Design Maker. I picked them because I need the extra support they can provide with free graphics, fonts, and presets. But before I start playing around aimlessly, let's cover some helpful tips I rounded up from my designer teammates. First, it's time to explore existing designs to see what you like. If you're not sure what design style you want to use, check Pinterest, Canva, Etsy, Google Images, or any other places where you can find designs. Screenshot the ones you like and create a mood board for yourself, noting the similarities. In my case, I like minimal and 2-dimensional shapes, modern fonts, muted colors, and maybe a joke here and there. Next, consider your techniques. What I'm talking about here is the way your design will come to life on your product. Customization techniques include things like printing or embroidery, and every single one has its limitations. To show you the difference, I'll create one printed and one embroidered design. So as my first step, I'll read Printful's direct-to-garment print guidelines and standard embroidery guidelines. Now make sure you fill the entire space. This goes for most products, but it's especially important for t-shirts. Make sure your design covers the majority of the available print area, otherwise it might look like it's kind of awkwardly floating around. I'll keep that in mind when putting things together. Lastly, keep it simple. Again, this goes for the number of elements, styles, fonts, and colors. Of course, rules are made to be broken, but this is definitely one you should stick to as a beginner. But don't let these things box you in entirely. Experiment with your assumptions. If you remember our store setup in part 1, we're using the on-demand fulfillment method. That means you don't need to buy any inventory, so you can sell as many designs as you want and see what people buy more. Instead of creating just one perfect design, try some variations to see what sticks. Armed with all of this advice, here's what I came up with. Now, let me explain how we got here. I made 2 embroidered designs for my hat, one in Printful's Design Maker and one in Canva. Then I did the same thing for my t-shirt, but this time, both of my designs were made for direct-to-garment printing. Here are the pros and cons of both. Canva has a massive library of templates and graphics, and a lot of them are free. I was able to use a pre-made template for one of my designs and even created a graphic from scratch for the other design. The major downside is that you can't get transparent PNGs without a paid account, but that really wasn't a problem since I could remove my backgrounds in Printful's Design Maker for free. In contrast, Printful's Design Maker made me feel more confident in my print outcomes because the built-in assets are created with Printful's guidelines and techniques in mind. It was also great to design directly on the product I picked and know exactly what thread colors are available for standard embroidery. When using Canva, I check the exact color of my product and available threads to pick design colors more easily. But these are just the tools I'm most familiar with. There are tons of other options depending on your budget, skill level, or personal experience. From Kittl to Photoshop, the best tool is the one you can use. Once you've created the designs you're happy with, I recommend ordering a sample of each to make sure it looks just as good in real life. Printful has discounts you can use for samples. I'll link that info down below. Now let's get to selling. If you don't have a store yet, this is your sign to go check out part 1 of this video series. That's where I explain the setup process and show you a way to get an online store for free with Quick Stores. Okay, are you back? With your store all set up? Perfect. Let's go ahead and add the products we just created, edit their descriptions, set your markups, and publish everything to your online store. The only thing left to do would be to share it with people, but sales don't come without promotion. Let's get your audience excited to buy your merch. Step 1. Announce the launch. The first thing you should do is announce your merch store launch across all your platforms, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, X, or email newsletters. Show off some of your products, especially if you can take some pictures of yourself wearing or unboxing them. Step 2. Reach out to friends. If you're part of a larger community or have connections with organizations, influencers, or other peers, ask them to help you promote your merch. A shout out from someone your audience respects can give your sales a big boost. Step 3. Create hype. Start teasing your designs before the official launch. Share sneak peeks or behind-the-scenes content of you designing the merch. You can also do a countdown to build excitement. Step 4. Give discounts and offers. Consider offering a limited time discount for the first buyers. You can do this by lowering your markup for the first 24 hours and then switching it back. This can nudge people to buy early and spread the word. Step 5. Engage your audience. Run contests or giveaways on social media where your followers can win free merch items. Encourage them to share your merch store on social media and don't forget to engage with them when they do. Word of mouth is a powerful promotional tool. After the initial launch, it's important to track how well your merch is doing. Printful provides some key analytics, but you should also pay attention to customer feedback and social media engagement. This will help you understand what works and what doesn't so you can make adjustments for your next drop. And that's it. Now you have the tools and knowledge to design, launch, and promote your very first merch line. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more tips on building your online merch business. Leave a comment if you have any questions, and in the meantime, happy selling.